Stranger Things fans, rejoice! We got a big one today. Joseph Quinn has been doing cons and so much press lately. The dude's career has absolutely skyrocketed since his performance as Eddie Munson in Season 4. And the big question coming into Season 5, at least this guy's big question, is will we see Eddie Munson in Stranger Things Season 5? I've had so many theories, so many speculation about it. Well, Joseph Quinn himself gave a fan an answer at a con over the weekend. Today we're going to break down exactly what Joseph Quinn said, how he said it. It's really misleading. There isn't really a definitive answer. Nonetheless, I have some theories surrounding it, and that's what we're focusing on here today. So I need to hear from you, Stranger Things fans. Is Eddie Munson returning in Season 5? Am I just a hopeless romantic and he hope he comes back? Because I really do hope he comes back. Or is he not coming back? Let me know it down below. Hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Let's hop into this. Like I said, over the weekend, Joseph Quinn was at a con, and they were doing like a big fan Q&A, and a fan asked him, is Eddie Munson returning in Season 5? And this was Joseph Quinn's response.
I do know, but I'm not telling you.
Okay, so he says, I do know, but I'm not telling you. Now this is where my theories and speculation really come to overdrive. My theory and speculation is really going to lead back to something we were so theorizing, so speculating with the movie back in 2021, Spider-Man No Way Home. Remember when everyone in the world was thinking Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield was going to be in it, and they would just say, no, we're not in it, no, we're not in it, no, we're not in it. So then why would Joseph Quinn just be like, nah, I'm not in it. Sorry guys, why would he say, I do know, but I'm not telling you? This is where my overdrive thinking comes in, that Eddie Munson is going to come back in Season 5, and I have a bunch of reasons for it. First reason being is that he's one of the most lovable characters in all of Stranger Things. I don't think anyone thought he was going to be this popular. He is this freaking popular, so I think it only makes sense to bring him back in that way. But also, they mentioned how Cass came back, and they mentioned how like Eddie Munson might come back as a vampire. That's my reason too. Third reason is that the first episode's titled The Crawl. My theory all along has been that Eddie Munson is going to crawl outside the Upside Down. So all these things and Joseph Quinn not getting a definitive answer really is making me think that he's going to be back. Because if Joseph Quinn wasn't going to be in the show, why wouldn't he just be like, oh guys, like I'm not in it? And I understand also he could just be like, I'm not allowed to say, I don't want to disappoint fans. But also, if he was going to be in the show, why wouldn't he just say, no, I'm not going to be in it? Because then all of a sudden, we would like lower our expectations, be a little bit bummed out, but then also those expectations would come back and we would be so excited when we did see him. I am 100% sure that I'm 60% sure he's coming back for Stranger Things Season 5. I think it makes the most sense because Joseph Quinn is a huge star right now. He's in movies like A Quiet Place Day 1. He's coming out with Gladiator 2. And he's also freaking Johnny Storm in Fantastic Four. The guy's a huge star now. That's where my other 40% is more of a no, because he's busy now. A Quiet Place Day 1. Press is about to start for that. He has Gladiator 2. The dude might get an Oscar nomination for that. We haven't even seen the movie yet. It comes out later this year. And he's also being Johnny Storm in Fantastic Four. His schedule is probably very booked. He's working probably every single day, filming on a different set or whatever kind of set he's on. Doesn't mean he can't squeak some time in to come back for Stranger Things Season 5. So I'm 100% sure that I'm 60% sure he's coming back. The other 40% is because Joseph Quinn is very busy. He's a very hot commodity this time around. But also, wouldn't it make sense for Joseph Quinn just to come back for Season 5, the show that really brought him into spotlight, brought him into being the star that he is today? I think it'll make the most sense to return to Stranger Things, let everyone know how good of an actor he is yet again. So that's me just fanboying over this because, my goodness, I want this guy to come back so bad. I absolutely love him in Stranger Things 5. He's arguably my favorite character in Stranger Things Season 5. But this is the last question I have regarding this whole situation, is that if Eddie Munson comes back, does it take away from his emotional scene in Season 4? And a lot of you and a lot of us will say yes, and I lean towards yes quite a bit. I thought the same thing with Hopper. Hopper wrote a goodbye letter to his daughter, 11. The most heartbreaking, beautiful, one of my favorite monologues ever in a show or movie of all time. And all of a sudden, they didn't even bring him back in Season 4. They brought him back at the end of Season 3 in the post-credit scene. So, killing off Hopper was so sad, so emotional. That note to 11 was, my goodness, just heartbreaking because he's saying goodbye. And if life hurts you, because it will, embrace the hurt. The hurt is good. That's a beautiful thing. And we're like, wow, Hopper just said goodbye. He knew he wasn't going to make it out alive. And then they brought him back. So did that take away from Hopper? No. We were very excited to see Hopper. I think they can do the same thing here with Joseph Quinn. I think if they can bring him back in a way that I know the Duffer Brothers can, it will all be good. And my last theory revolving around it is that when Dustin was talking to Eddie's uncle, at the end, he's crying like Eddie was a hero. I think, and I saw a theory going around, I won't take credit for it, but maybe Destin was crying so hard when he was telling Eddie's uncle because Eddie is alive and no one will get to see that Eddie was willing to sacrifice himself to save Hawkins, even though the entire town was basically witch hunting Eddie throughout the entire season. Those are my theories. Those are my thoughts. Those are my speculations. Joseph Quinn knows the answer. Is he going to return? I'm 100% sure. I'm 60% sure he's returning. There's 40% out there just looming. Maybe he's not going to come back. But I hope he does. I really, really do. Let me know your guys' thoughts, theories, and expectations for Joseph Quinn, Eddie Munson, and Stranger Things Season 5. Do you think he's coming back? Do you want him to come back? Let me know all that down below. Hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Thank you guys so much for being here. Stranger Things. Just what a show. What a guy. My goodness. I love it so much. All right. I'll see you guys in the next